Oh, we just need to like start it.
No, we're just gonna start it from when I just said that.
Oh.
So we're gonna keep it in there.
Sure, I don't care.
After the next thing anybody says, you just need to stop.
Is he being recorded too?
Yeah.
Is he being recorded too?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
he
a
is.
camera. See that little
That's
camera in
so
the suction
cool.
cup right there?
Got the Nick cam.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's
Flips to
tough.
him.
I like
Nick
that.
Cam.
All right.
really-
And with that, welcome into the Stargazing podcast. This is episode number, is this 9? 8. My bad. I'm Stephen Holstein. To my right is my co-host, Isaiah Killinger. We have our video producer, Colby Muller. He's right there. And Nick Pratch behind the board.
Hey, what's up?
And we have our special guest this week, Before the Grapevine artist, Richard Fisher,
What's up?
and PmBata.
Hey, what's good?
Welcome to the show, guys.
PmBata.
Isaiah, want to kick it off?
Yeah. So to start off, what does Before the Grapevine mean to you guys?
Bro, let me get this.
Go.
Because you're still new.
I mean, but he's asking us both, so
But
I'll say
you
what it
got
means
it
to-
after.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So, when you're not new and okay, let's start it off. Before the Grapevine. Before the Grapevine. Sorry. This is basically a collective that I started slash label. It's just a group of artists. We have different people. It's myself, Craig Richard. He does all our video and photography stuff. We also have Danny Hayden, based out of KC. We got Scuzz, based out of Iowa. And now we have Richard Fisher, based out of Kansas City as well, or Grain Valley, because this kid moved. But he's still
I'm from Kansas.
He's still from Kansas City. But yeah, he's the newest. But I've been knowing Richard actually since
Middle school.
and we worked together a little bit sophomore year. And then you dipped from Lincoln,
Yeah.
and then
Now we're back.
I found out you were about to come here. I was like, bro, you trying to be roommates? He said, yeah. And now we're best friends. So what does Before the Grapevine mean to me? In that case, it means family, personally. But also, it's some dope shit that's about to pop off, and that's what it means. That's the whole concept of it. What about you? What does Before the Grapevine mean to you, Richard Fisher? I'm curious to know as well.
Before the Grapevine means to me, it's like, so I've always wanted to be like an artist since I was about 15. So what happened was me and Parker made a song our sophomore year. It was called IDK, and we wrote it, we made it, he mixed it and stuff, and then when he had sent it to me, one night, and I was just sitting there like listening, and I just like I couldn't believe that it was me on the track. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Like I was so happy and like just sitting there. I remember I was on my bed, my TV was in front of me, and I was listening to the song that was on my laptop, that was on my desk to the left of me, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like this is really something that I want to do. So, then I came here and we did I Got You like before classes even started in college. Like it was like our third day. It was still
Yeah.
orientation. So we released I Got You, and then that's when like a little bit after that he told me that I was gonna be in Before the Grapevine, and I was ecstatic. So like for me, Before the Grapevine is like Genesis. Like it's like a beginning.
Yeah.
It's like me starting, like that official start to doing what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a dope opportunity. I'm blessed to be in it, definitely.
No, that's fire. So Parker, you're like the de facto, or PM, I should say, you're the de facto leader, right?
Yeah.
How did the recruitment process go? Because you and Richard like not grew up together, but you met each other in school and stuff. So how did you find like Scuzz and Remy and Ian and
Hell
all
yeah.
that?
All right, so Before the Grapevine, basically it just I was wanting to start stuff for a while, right? And then I had 3 people, like main people with me, including myself, so 2 other people, my bad. It was Danny Hayden, who I worked closely with after the band ended that I was in called Theta Intellect. I don't know if you guys know about that. It's a really important part of my life. Kind of like influenced some of my style and stuff. We could talk about that later. But after that ended, it was Danny Hayden and I. And then we met Craig Richard from a kid I played soccer with. And so I met him through that. And we just started kind of like making music videos together. And so after that happened, I was like, guys, I want to start something. I want to call it Before the Grapevine. I didn't know it was going to be called Before the Grapevine when I started. I just said I wanted to start something. I was like, are you guys in with me? And they said, yeah. So they were the first 2 people I had on it. Right now we all kind of run it together. Craig does all the social media and stuff like that, as well as the videos. Danny has been making his own music. He's been kind of in the cut for a while, ever since we dropped our album. But he's been just perfecting his craft, kind of like we're all doing.
Yeah.
at this point. Now before the grapevine, I should probably say what that means because it's kind
That
of
was gonna be my next question.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, if it's your next question, we could.
No.
No, go
No,
ahead,
it's
go
cool.
ahead.
Okay.
No,
Okay. So
Just conversational, you know.
it's a thing.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
so y'all know the rumor, heard it through the grapevine.
Right.
So it's just, or not the rumor, the saying about rumors. I heard it through the grapevine. So basically, they're spreading rumors, right? It's when you talk about people.
So where stuff gets around, stuff
Gets
start
around.
getting heard of, and
Yeah, but like, they're talking about somebody, right?
Right.
So before it hits the grapevine, right, somebody has to do something that people are talking about. So this is kind of saying you're the person who needs to start all that talking. Like you got to be the person people are talking about. Whether it's in a negative sense, whether it's in a positive sense, you're being talked about. Like
Right.
you're basically, that's it. So before the grapevine, before it hits the grapevine, you feel me?
Yeah.
That's what that means. Anyways, Scuzz, I met Scuzz because I did a one-take contest, and I met him through that because he also had a pretty good video, and I started listening to his music. We did some collaborations. He was originally from Eagleville, Missouri, or Eaglesville, I don't know the proper name to that. Sorry. But I knew him from there. I was like, dang, he'd be perfect for this. And then Remy is Danny's friend, and he is insanely talented at music and stuff like that. Actually, right now, he's just working with Before the Grapevine. He's not like really on Before the Grapevine because he has so much
and then,
stuff
like
going.
an affiliate.
An affiliate, yeah, because he has so much stuff going on, and he needs
super
to.
dope though.
Yeah, he's focusing on like what he has going on, but he always helps us out and stuff. And we have Ian Carver, who's an amazing singer, and rapper. He's crazy at freestyling. He's been in the cut though for a while. Hasn't been putting out much music, but he's been working on his stuff too. So that's how I knew all those people. And that's pretty much. Oh, and then Richard. I already told you how I knew Richard, where he came from. So that's pretty much where the recruitment process for all of that.
That's cool. So, what about like before the grapevine? Like you talked about, you wanted to be a star, not a star, but maybe you want to be a star, but like a singer, a performer, an entertainer since you were 5.
Yeah.
Like what got you guys? Like what made you want to do that? Was it just something you felt, or was it like a moment that you knew?
So I remember being 5 years old, and I got one of my first CDs. It was a Chris Brown CD. It was his debut album that was titled Chris Brown. He was like, he had like this white shirt on. It was like a tribute to Michael Jackson's, like the way the cover art was set up.
Yeah.
But I just remember hearing that, and just hearing him sing and stuff, and I was like, I want to do that. And like seeing him dance and stomp the yard, I was like, I want to do that. And I wanted to be like him so bad, to the point where for Christmas, so in Stump the Yard, he had a green hat on, like this green vest, and like these biker gloves with like where it was like cuts on them where your fingers could pop out. Yeah, so I asked for those for Christmas, and I had got it, and I just danced. I danced all the time, just in my room. And then the crazy part is I didn't really like even understand of Michael Jackson's talent until he died.
Right.
And I was like, still pretty. I think I was like 9 or something when that happened. So then that's when I was like, yo, Michael Jackson was nice. Like, he was cold. And then, later on, I started like that's where Chris Brown got his influence from. So I've been dancing since I was 5. So I knew that I wanted to do something dealing with, dancing and entertaining. But I didn't start singing comfortably until I was like about 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And I say comfortably because so my dad sings. He's probably like the best singer in my entire family. Like my dad's cold. And my grandfather sings, so like singing has always been something, but it was a lot easier for me to dance in front of people rather than sing in front of people.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but every time my dad would try to make me sing, I used to cry and stuff. Until like I got around the age of 10 and 11, I started, really being more confident. People started like, I like your voice, so that was like, okay, this Christ like my voice, now let me try this.
Yeah. What kind of like your dad and your grandpa singing? What kind of singing was it? Like gospel stuff?
Yeah. So my dad used to be in a band, and my dad is very like musically rounded as far as like singing, and like he's met L.A. Reid, and he's been in multiple different groups and stuff. So yeah, he's done everything from gospel to, well, he mainly does gospel now, but like R&B and just all kinds of stuff. Like I still wish I had my dad's voice.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So yeah.
What about you?
What was the question?
Like what made you want to start? Like
Yeah,
rather than like the moment, because he said that his dad was a singer, his grandpa was a singer.
Yeah.
He had
Watching Chris Brown, Usher.
Yeah, he had a
I
moment.
remember all of that.
Wow. It's hard to like pick the exact moment why I started rapping and producing. Like it just felt like I was something I was supposed to do. So like I'll just give you some background on me first. Both of my parents are band directors, so like I've literally been raised off of music. Like I can remember all the books that I had read to me, or like they went along with CDs, and whether it was like some classical stuff or some jazz stuff about like there was a book about an octopus drummer finding all these people to get a big band together with, and it's just crazy because like looking back now, I have so many memories of banging on pots and pans and stuff. My parents made me take piano when I was in 2nd grade, so I've been playing piano since 2nd grade, doing trumpet since before 6th grade, and then all that stuff like pretty much at middle school. I was really like disconnected from the internet and stuff like that because I don't know, you're just young and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't know what the culture was behind internet and kids that. I mean, nowadays every kid has an iPad and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Facts.
yeah, and it's like it's so weird because like that wasn't even that long ago. So I'm not talking like I'm some wise old person, but I mean senior. I'm not trying to be offensive. Anyways, so I like saw a video of this guy rapping. First of all, I didn't even know what rap was. I think at that point, that's how isolated because I was going to school up in North Kansas City, like in elementary school. Not like the city, but like the north part of Kansas City in the North Kansas City School District, and I was going to school there, and it was like hella white people, pretty much is like where I was raised up at that point, and I just didn't know about it. And when I seen them, it was actually a white guy rapping, George Watsky. He was just rapping really fast. It was like gotta be the one I bite a bullet on my center, but I bet I could have been a better man. I wanna be Zen, but I go sipping on some medicine instead of meditating, but I get it when I can. I don't wanna wind up in the gutter with a bottle of malt, look a bit because I never got a call telling me that it's all figured out. I'm sick of doubt, but I'm staring at the wall, like that type of stuff. That was what 5th grade or 4th grade that I heard that, and like I memorized it, and I was like, whoa, bro, I want to do stuff like this. But then I realized there were other people, and I found Mac Miller after that. And then Mac Miller really got me into actually like, you know, the style of actual rap, because that's just some fast stuff that George Watsky did. And then Mac Miller, I got into that from him, and then I just started, like, my first songs I recorded were remixes of that, because I was so fortunate to have access to like a mic. I had a Samson, like a condenser mic that my mom was letting me borrow. It's like a USB, and I started recording on that. Started Googling stuff too about how to do it. I made my own pop filter out of coat hangers and pantyhose and pantyhose, like so my own isolation, like little booth around like with pillows all around the mics.
And how old are you?
I'm 18 right now.
No, how old were you?
How old was I then? Dude, I was 10.
Okay,
that's
crazy. And that's when I started writing stuff. So I was 10, and then like it was crazy. And then I learned, like, I just kept doing it because like I didn't even tell a lot of people about it, like right when I was doing it. But then eventually as time went on, you know, I became that cliche, listen to my SoundCloud, this.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I was so young at that age, because that was around 13, I would say. 12 or 13 was when I started putting music out and stuff. And 13 was when I started producing music, because like all the music you hear on there, I produce. Like we make that stuff. Like,
what do you use?
I use FL Studio pretty much just to make every single beat I do. And then I use Reaper. I've started using Reaper now to mix and master the stuff, like the final step of mixing and then mastering it in Reaper. Just using an Isotope Ozone 5 plugin, and then a limiter and stuff like that.
Do you have hardware?
Yeah, I just got Studio I don't have any analog equipment, if that's what. I have a PreSonus Focusrite 2i2 as my interface.
Yeah.
And then I have a Shure SM7B, but I've been using his PreSonus condenser mic because I'm realizing that the stuff I'm doing now sounds better on a condenser mic than dynamic mics and stuff like that. So anybody out there who understands music tech stuff, so you get what I'm talking about. But sorry for boring everybody else.
You're good.
And then but basically I started making music, and then from there it just kept happening. So it was really a gradual thing. And like actually getting into rap was when I went to Lincoln College Preparatory Academy middle school, and that was so different culture, because like my dad taught there. I didn't even live by there, and it was completely different. I was like there was like 10% of the people were white, and then everyone was Latino or African American or Asian. And it was like it was amazing, honestly. It was so
super diverse.
It was so fucking cool. Like I was there, and it was a culture shock at first, but then I realized, like, wow, like I feel like this is how the world should be. Like just every like just the diversity, because like you see so many different
Right.
viewpoints and stuff like that. Like, and you can also see how similar people are. Because I was so isolated before, and it's just sad that a lot of people don't get to see diversity in their life. And that was a big reason that it kind of influenced me, because like there everybody listened to rap music, and like obviously it's the most popular genre today.
Yeah.
So well, hip hop is, not necessarily rap, but that's like what made me want to do it even more, and just every single thing around me based on how I grew up kind of propelled me to do this one thing. Like I was influenced heavily by all of this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, that was the super long story of why I am here today, making music and producing music.
No, I fuck with it.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask about his band, because so you did all this. So you
Theta
did all this lead up. Yeah.
Okay, Theta Intellectual.
Theta Intellect.
Yeah.
Theta Intellectual.
So Theta Intellect. So there were kids, 6th grade. I was an annoying middle schooler, all right, in 6th grade, and then like 8th graders would always like make fun of me, and I started rapping, and they make fun of me for that too.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
everybody.
never did.
You never did. You were in my grade though. Like older kids would always make fun of me for wanting to rap, and to everybody else, I was, at school like that, I was just considered white to them. And it was, so I had people kind of like bullying me in 8th grade, slightly, not bullying. You know what? I never got bullied before. I'm not gonna claim that I've gotten bullied. Okay, it was just I was the butt of people's jokes. Is that a saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an idiom. And then, so basically, I don't know why I said it like that. Time went on, right? And I started getting better at what I was doing and musically. And so those same kids, they were seniors. I was a sophomore, right? It was their last year. By that time, those same kids, like, they were really messing with my music. And, like, they respected me. And it's just crazy, like, because things can change is what I'm saying.
Right.
And I was contacted kind of, like, after jazz band by this kid, Matt Clay, who played piano in the jazz band and saxophone. And then Uziel Pacina, rest in peace. He was there too, and we were just he plays drum. He played drums. He was an amazing drummer. And we just had an idea, like there's gonna be a battle of the bands at the Nelson, right, in 1 month. Let's put together a little something, and let's just go and play at the Nelson, see what happens, right?
Yeah.
You could win $500. Why not? He said I'd be playing trumpet and rapping in it. It's just kind of like a fusion type deal. And then we're like, we need somebody with vocals. So then we actually got Richard, because I knew Richard as a singer at that point. That was sophomore year. We made IDK and stuff.
Nobody
like that.
knows that though. I was the OG singer in that, and then
There's some videos on Facebook somewhere if they want to
I
find
got
it.
kicked out.
Oh, really?
I got opted out. Yeah.
Oh man.
But they replaced me with another female singer, Jaquela.
Mm-hmm.
She was a senior at the time, and she's really good. So I'm like, if you're gonna replace me,
Yeah, she's
that's okay.
she's actually she's literally insane. Like her vocals are
Yeah.
literally insane. And we also got another trumpet player, Brandon Scones, and then later on after the band, I don't want to do any spoiler alerts, but we got Pierce Odegaard, I think that's how you say his name. My bad, Pierce. But he plays guitar amazing as well. So really we just started going over to Mac's house like twice every week, just literally making one song every single night.
Yeah.
We had audition for to be in the Battle of the Bands. We made it. When the Battle of the Bands hit, we were there. It was such a crazy experience to be at the Nelson Atkins Art Gallery in the theater.
Yeah.
600 people in this room, and then like it was crazy because it's not even that giant of a theater. It's like, so people were packed. Like it was so packed, like spilling out the doors, and it looked like the most amount of people I could ever see in one small area like that. It wasn't even that small, honestly. Like girls were all touching on me while I was like on the stage and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if it was on purpose. I think they were just being
That's
squished
always
onto
a
the
deal
stage.
breaker.
Yeah.
And then basically we played, right? I was rapping and stuff. Like it was just, there's videos somewhere on YouTube. I don't even know where, but it was one of the most amazing experiences in my life. And I wasn't even that good at rapping or playing trumpet then, but it was just the amount of love we received. We ended up winning the Battle of the Bands.
Oh wow.
Out of like 6 different people. I don't know if you know the band Greeting Committee. They're pretty like popular band in Kansas City. They're popping off. They're going places. They actually, I believe, if I remember correct, they opened it up. I don't think they opened it up. I think they were the special guests at the end, while the judges were actually judging everybody. They're amazing too. I think I might work with them eventually. But yeah, it was just a crazy experience, and we won $500. We got a spot on the Bridge, which is a radio station in Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
And then we were interviewed on there, and then we got a spot in the middle of the Map Fest. I don't know if you know what that is, but it was basically like a festival in Kansas City, Missouri. We opened up for the main show, like the Cold War Kids and the Struts. So we opened up for them.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was, you know them?
The Struts, yeah.
Yeah, the Struts and the Cold War Kids, and it was crazy. And after that, everybody kind of went on their own separate ways. They graduated, you know. So
Yeah.
they went to college. My boy Uzi went to boot camp, and then was about to go to college. And then so that's pretty much where Theta Intellect came into play. And from there, I went to Mac's graduation party, and I met Danny Hatem there, for real.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, bro, we should make something together. And then it was like, let's just make an album. 2 years later, we released an album. Over 2 years later.
Yeah.
But I'm not incredibly proud of that album, though.
Why not?
Well,
And you're talking about verbatim, right?
verbatim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason I'm not proud of it is mostly because of the masters, the mixing, like the quality of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we've done it. We had to piece a whole bunch of different things together. We didn't even record all in the same place, and then we paid $480 in total for somebody else to master it, but they didn't do a good job mastering it because the mixes all sounded great.
Yeah.
But and then it makes me more irritated because I've learned so much since coming here. Not even necessarily about mastering stuff because I haven't taken any music tech classes for real.
Yeah.
But I've just taught myself enough that I could have mastered that whole album and made it sound good.
Better.
Yeah, I made it sound.
Saved yourself $480.
Yeah. And then also some of the literally, and then, but I think the quality of the music and all stuff that was Danny and my style for real. I'm proud of the music itself, just the quality, and it's crazy though because it was 2 years. You feel me?
Yeah.
In the making, because we were so busy and having to work with other stuff. We were in school. Danny's a year older than me, and stuff like that. And basically the problem was we started something 2 years ago, but then we're 2 years better than we were before.
Right. Yeah.
And we're kind of trying to improve on what we made a long time ago.
So the process wasn't 2 years. It was just 2 years after you decided.
It was actually 2 years of process because we kept scratching stuff and putting new stuff in and trying to improve on the old stuff. So it kind of became a patchwork zombie of our past versus our present.
Okay.
Because he's literally insane and even more insane than some stuff on the album right now. And I know I'm way better than the stuff I put on the album.
Yeah.
So it's mostly a personal thing. I could have done better on it,
Mm-hmm.
in multiple ways. But you learn, you know what I mean? You can't stop the wave, but you can learn to surf. So we're just gonna move on from that.
Yeah.
And don't laugh at that shit, bro.
I've heard that saying so many times. It's just funny.
I've been
now.
I've been
Okay,
singing
let's-
comfortably since I was
Okay.
Anyway, I
the
say
first
comfortably
time-
because
The first time I heard that
Sometimes I
saying,
heard
I was
that.
like, yo, that's some really deep stuff. Second time, I was like, that's one good saying. Now this is the 48th time, and it's just funny now.
why 48? That's such a
That's
specific number.
inside.
Is that your
Because
go-to
he's been
number?
counting every time. No, actually, the 48th
I
time.
definitely heard you say I've been singing comfortably since I was
I know, but
like
that's
50
what,
times.
But that's when people
Skip
tell me the
49.
story. I can't change the story. You know what I'm saying? So
Singing, and I say comfortably because
okay.
get out of here, bro.
You're the first artist here who's made a differentiation between hip hop and rap.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you're the first person that says, well, not rap, but hip hop is the number one genre.
Oh yeah.
So you're a student of the game then, I can tell, because
Well,
that's not
it's-
something a lot
That's
of people
knowledge.
Bro, you're not gonna compare Eminem to Lil Uzi.
You're not.
alright? And
You
even though
shouldn't.
Eminem
You
compares himself to
you
Lil
shouldn't.
Uzi and stuff, talking about all these
play.
mumble
on
rappers
the
and
last
stuff.
album or whatever that was.
Yeah, but bro, you're not even in the same subgenre. Yeah, y'all are in hip hop, but dude, you're a rapper. Sometimes you're a chopper on that Tech 9 type stuff. Shout out Tech 9, Kansas City. You know what I mean? Yo, work with me, Tech 9. And then Lil Uzi and stuff like that. That's all it's just it's completely different.
Yeah, it's a different wave.
It's definitely all this other stuff, and and you also have alternative type stuff, and then it's so melded in with R&B as well.
Now,
Yeah,
PBR&B,
definitely.
Drake, stuff like that.
Bryson
Yeah.
Tiller.
Oh, you
Bryson
mentioned Drake
Tiller.
again.
That was an instinct. My bad. We've
Eric
mentioned Drake.
Bellinger.
We've
Not supposed to
mentioned
mention Drake?
We've mentioned Drake on every episode. and
Isaiah
I
hates
made a-
Drake. That's
I made I made a big deal about it last time, and this time I did it.
Hey,
so.
but he's a nice artist though. So. Don't
Yeah.
matter.
You really shouldn't hate on him if you're trying to be something. 'Cause he can wipe you out.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, everybody is on the. It's so crazy because it's such a big genre
Yeah.
that's influenced by so many things. It's
yeah,
like
it's a catch-all. Rap is like a catch-all term. Well, rap isn't a catch-all term. Hip-hop is a catch-all term, but
Mhm.
people just say rap.
Yeah.
exactly. Plus,
It's
there's
a mutt.
sometimes, bro. I won't even say that I necessarily rap all the time. Like I could do stuff
Yeah, you
like
don't.
I've done stuff like H2O and Trust Me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and all my other like one take audition type stuff, like contest videos, and that's rap. If Verbatim was almost completely rap, besides like Chill, I would say wasn't necessarily all the way rap on Verbatim, but then I made like literally I just put out like 2 days ago On the Floor. Would I say I was rapping and On the Floor? No, I was low key. I was close to mumble rapping. It was auto tuned up.
It was
And I
melodic.
don't find any problem with that. Like sometimes it's cool to listen to that, and I wouldn't describe myself as a mumble rapper or
Yeah.
like an auto tune rapper.
It serves a
I'm-
purpose.
Yeah, like I'm a me. You feel me? And a lot of people in hip hop are them. It's not necessarily they conform to a certain genre at all
They just
times.
do whatever they like and whatever they vibe with.
And
at the
that's
time.
what's
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
dope about
Yeah.
hip hop, because it's also literally hip hop came from the disco era, became influenced by jazz. Like it
And
was
the breaks.
yeah.
Then the DJ Herc did the breaks and everything.
it was
from like disco and all that, and then people started breaking. And
hell
then,
yeah,
like
like
a
it was
whole
a makeshift.
fucking, like
It was a makeshift disco, pretty
one
much.
one chance night.
Yeah, yeah. And so like what I'm saying is they put it together themselves. This is us in our dorm room messing with a software that costs $200,
Facts.
putting our own stuff in it. Like we're sampling other things. Like we're basically catching inspiration and making music out of it,
Right.
and it becomes hip hop. So that's just like something to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I really think is like special about our music and just us doing music in general is like especially with him, because I Got You is basically telling a girl like, yo, I got your back if you got mine. You know what I'm saying? But the cover art is literally us in our floor
Yeah.
eating pizza rolls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that's like
because like we made that was
Yeah.
telling why that was literally telling our story of making that song,
exactly
not the story of the song. Like
Yeah.
that was we were literally while we made that song, we were eating pizza rolls. Like it was Richard Richard and our friend Andrew and I, right?
Mhm.
We were like, it was like one of the first nights we were like the only friends that we pretty much had
at the time.
at the
yeah.
time, and like you know Andrew painted and stuff, so we painted that little on a piece of on a paper plate that we had.
And
I'm
the
like,
painting
this is us. Like this
is your lofted bed.
yeah, and
isn't
he
it?
painted
Yeah.
my lofted bed where we made the song underneath. Like
Right.
Yeah.
it's
That's cool.
So the cover art literally like it like describes our point in life.
that.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
and so
saying?
when
Yeah.
Especially that one, because that's our first song in a college dorm
Literally.
room ever in college. Period. That was our very.
and when
first
you
one.
talk about
Yeah.
our music, like I said, I'm me. I don't conform to like a. I'm not gonna say like, oh my gosh, I'm so alternative. I don't conform to a genre. I'm a hip hop artist.
yeah,
Right.
All right, that's what I am. I'm not gonna. Sometimes I rap. Sometimes I do auto-tune stuff. Sometimes I just produce. I like do some trap stuff. Like it's sometimes it's more poppy. Sometimes it's more R&B influenced. But like at the end of the day, I make stuff that because that's how I feel.
Right.
And I'm not gonna be like the music takes me where I want to go. Obviously, like it's just influenced by what I'm feeling at the time. Like the whole 808 facades.
Yeah.
Literally, we could get into 808 facades
Boy,
and
that'll be a whole 2
Shit.
hours.
I was gonna ask about that later.
but like so much shade is a true story.
Yeah.
Of Richard, I Got You is like I'm thinking of a specific person that I sometimes created in my head. Where She Go was literally oh shit.
Okay, so Where She Go is an unreleased song, so it might be coming out soon since he didn't air it out the business. But yeah,
Another
That's
exclusive.
another. That's
We
another.
got 3 in a row. We got 3 exclusives in a row.
There we go.
It's basically it was like low key I was boring. My bad, bro. Low-key, I was
weird stuff.
That was not. No, I'm hearing it too, bro. Okay, anyways. Okay, rewind. I never been to a party like in high school. I've never been to a party.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, we cut. All right, let's try it.
Never mind.
No, that's just our joke
We can.
thing.
It's a
Okay.
joke.
Go
We
ahead.
started
Our
it.
bad.
I went
Now
to.
we actually have to do that.
We're not doing that.
I fucked you up. Let's fuck you up.
My bad, Nick. I forgot he was behind me. I was like, who the.
My bad. I screwed you up.
Anyways, I wasn't the type to go to parties and stuff. Barely
Yeah.
even hang out with my friends. I was in my bedroom all the time making music. Kind of lame. Fuck it. And then when I came to college, I was like, yo, let me go to a party, see what it's all about. I went there, and it was definitely an experience. And like I took Richard with me and stuff, but he's already
I'm not
been-
a party person either.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
you
I'm
know.
not saying I'm not a party person. I'm saying it.
The parties.
I didn't
suck,
know if I
though.
was yet.
I mean, see, my thing about that is like people like going out and like enjoying themselves, so I can understand why people go to parties. But I'm just saying, like, for me personally,
You don't enjoy that.
I don't. Yeah, like I would much rather be at home watching movies or like hanging around like-minded people, like like
Yeah, I
me
mean,
and Parker just hanging out doing music or just
music
like
over everything.
yeah,
for real.
even watching a movie with my girl or something. You know, I'm like I would much rather be doing something like
Right.
that rather than at a party. You know, listening to music that honestly I don't. Yeah, that's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Obviously, like hanging around people that I like and listening to music that I don't really listen to.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
And something I've noticed about just like seeing you guys around like the dorm and stuff, like you guys aren't afraid to be different. And like with your music, you make a lot of stuff. But like I see you
Yeah.
guys playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah,
we gotta play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes,
I'm
yeah.
telling bro.
beans.
I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
we're supposed to be like rapper. Like I'm
Yeah,
a rapper.
like,
and
don't
you're
I
That's
do
the
not
secret.
care. Okay,
I'm like,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
we're playing
is
Yu-Gi-Oh!
such a great
I
card
said
game.
whatever, bro.
No, like I'm not hating. I'm just saying
Yu-Gi-Oh!
like
is such
I've
a
no-
great card game.
like
bro.
just the
This
mu-
is
yeah,
yeah.
just the
Yeah.
music you guys make as the collective,
Yeah.
and like you make a lot of genres, and you're like you said, you're not really with the party culture, which is
Yeah.
like conformist, you know.
Mhm.
Like that's something I appreciate about your art and
He's
what
with
you guys
the
do.
duelist culture.
Yeah,
I appreciate
The
that.
duelist.
culture. But just like your guys' like willingness to be different, I think
Yeah.
helps you stand out. You know.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
appreciate that.
because
for real.
also I imagine myself like I'm famous already, and so like whatever I do, eventually people will catch on. Like same with Richard, whatever he did. So like
Yeah.
if you have that mindset, it's not an arrogant mindset. It's basically a mindset to help you cope with the fact that you're being weird as fuck,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter. Like it's okay. But let me talk about where she go. Right, we went to a party, and like it was crazy because I had girls all like touching all up on me and stuff. Like I was kind of like, bro. At the time I had a girlfriend and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's what happens at parties.
yeah, I was like, I didn't know
That's
that.
another reason
It was
why
just
I
so
don't
weird.
do it, you
And
know
I was
what
just
I'm
I was
saying?
just observing all these like different people like girls and stuff. Like I was like, wow, I've never experienced like something like this, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I was seeing that like not like stalking them or anything, like you know what I mean. But I went back and then like from that like I basically created like a song out of that. Like we went to the studio 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I made a beat. Yeah, that was the first time we went to like the studios here instead of the dorm.
That was intense.
It was over 8. It was like 12 hours in total because we were there until like 2 a.m. from
Yeah.
6. And then, but basically, we wrote a song about a party girl called
Yeah.
Where She Go. And it's a pretty good song. I guess I'll send you guys it. But it's basically like that. Like I kind of made like one. I talked about a single girl, but really I was talking about all of them. Like just like a piece of each one and just
Yeah.
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Like it was just like
Making her one girl.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
I was just like cutting it, like talking about like, hey, just we're here just to have fun and like relax and stuff. Even though you might have, and I just like kind of made up a story. I'm like, you might have problems, but just forget about them for the night and
Yeah.
just have fun, you know, just basically relax. And then this dude was like, no, you got a problem, you gotta stop.
No.
He's like the-
So basically, okay, with Where She Go, which isn't released, which we probably should release it.
well, now we
anyway.
have to.
Yeah, now we have to since
We
we're
sit on
talking
so much music.
about it. So yeah, we literally just do music and then we look up. We like, yo, we got all this stuff. Or we working on new stuff. We ain't even like released the other stuff that we
Yeah.
got. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so Where She Go is a pretty interesting song because you know like it's about a party girl or like a girl that goes to party to relieve herself.
Yeah.
Of, like, you know, stress and just what's going on in life, period. You know what I'm saying? And in the song, Parker, ain't you first up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Parker's first verse is basically like, you know, he's like, yeah, you at the party. Let's just have fun. Like, since we here, we might as well kick it and all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, I come in and my verse is like, yeah, I understand that you know, partying and stuff, but, you know, you're just going to come back and your problems are still going to be there. Like, you're running
So-
away from
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like, you,
It's like he's
you
the
gotta
angel
face him
on the
eventually.
shoulder.
Yeah.
And I'm the devil.
I'm like
trying
the
to get-
angel on the shoulder. He's like sort of the demon. Yeah. So
Whatever.
No,
So
that's cool though.
yeah.
that's kind of like the concept behind it. So now we have to like release it ASAP. So
As soon as we get that cover art.
why would we need to ask Craig to start it?
Okay.
Craig, can you start the cover art for us, bro? Thanks. All right, we good. He's on it.
Why did it take you so long? You've been making music for a long time. Why did it take you so long to drop your first solo?
Okay, so what took me so long to release my first single is mainly because I didn't really have the knowledge of like this dude right here. He been, you know, how long you been producing since you was like 10?
That was when I was rapping since 10, producing since like 13,
Yeah, so
12.
he's been producing since he was like 12, 13, right?
Yeah.
So while he's, you know, producing all this other stuff, and for a while I had this mindset that I can't make music until I'm older for whatever reason. I don't know why that registered in my brain like that. But I was like, okay, I gotta wait till I get this in order to start doing
Sort of,
this
it's
and then-
experience. I
yeah,
guess.
you know what I'm saying? And when I thought of, you know, I was more on the performance aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? But like I used to always dance on stage and sing, but I'm always singing somebody else's song. I'm always dancing to somebody else's song,
Right.
And it never clicked in my head that I can make my own stuff until I met him. Then it clicked in my head like, yo, I don't have to wait for anything. What am I doing?
Right.
So, but with that is he's had so much practice in doing that, because while he's in his room, mixing and stuff, I'm out in the fronts performing on stage and singing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just like when I started to try to produce and stuff, which I'm actually doing now, and I'm getting a lot better at it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Way so
Exponentially.
yeah. So when I started, it's like I didn't really know what I don't know. And I'm the type of person that I'm not going to sit up here. It don't matter how good my voice sound or like what dope lyrics I have. Like if it's not quality, nobody's going to listen to it.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
Like if it's static in the background, like the frequencies is all tripping, nobody's going to listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or if the beat is too loud and your voice is drowned in the recording, nobody's going to listen to it.
Yeah, it's be
So
perfect. Yeah.
I told myself, I was like, I'm not going to put out anything until it sounds professional and it sounds to my liking at least. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't have it in me to do that. So that's why when he asked me if he could be my roommate, I was like, yo, duh, let's do it. Because I knew it was going to be a bunch of music. Me and him had the same, passion in this. We're both like-minded. I've been knowing him forever, so I can trust him with music. Like, I know that if he blows up, he's not going to sit up here and leave me in the dust. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He knows that if I blow up, I'm not going to leave him in the dust.
Right.
PTG, bro.
Whichever one of us gets our foot in the door first, the other one is coming right after. That's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I trusted him with that, and that's why I put out my first single. Is really because we went on Looperman and found the loop.
Yeah, I like using Looperman sometimes just for inspiration because just it's like a community of people who just upload like loops that they created, not a whole beat, like just a little loop for people just to play with.
I always thought that was tedious.
What, like finding a loop on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just fun. It's like digging through it's like going to a thrift store.
I
kind of.
guess. Yeah.
It's like going through a thrift store, but like the stuff is
It's like
But we
brand
can
new.
definitely make our own loops. And
most of my songs I don't.
most of
use
the songs
loops.
is everything is up. But back to how I took so long to reach so much shade. I mean, to release my first single. It's just basically because I didn't know I didn't know what I didn't know. So I just was just waiting, basically. I found my opportunity. Everything happens for a reason, and everybody just has their own journey of doing things. And
Why you
he
throwing
helped me
so
out.
much shade?
he helped me out, and he mixed it. There would be no So Much Shade without PmBata. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I produced that. I
definitely.
made that beat too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How long does the mixing process take usually?
Well, I mix it as I go. That's why I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
Richard, record this. We record it, and then, all right, he goes in the cut and then just chills for like
I'll be chilling and trying to learn too.
10 minutes.
Like, yeah.
Well, like you want record when you don't record everything all at once.
Yeah.
Because I get that. Then I'm like, all right, this sounds
then
good
we'll
with your
just
voice. Save
do
that.
something
Save
else.
that track as a preset,
Yeah.
and then I put that on the rest of your vocals. Then edit it from there. Get the levels right. Export it as stems.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in Reaper. Get all the plosives out, if there are any, and de-ess it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just describing how to mix now and master it.
Yeah.
That's it. So it doesn't take that long.
I've learned so much. Just it's
Looking over his shoulder.
literally
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's not even because I don't even have like music tech classes yet.
Yeah.
And I've already learned so much just sitting there watching him. That's why the process of recording Where She Go got a little intense for me because like eventually I'm just sitting there watching and like, okay, I got my attention span, and then all of a sudden, everything just starts gazing away, and like I'm sitting there and there's no more information that I can keep in my
Yeah,
head.
because it was 8
at the
hours,
time,
and then
like-
another
Yeah.
4-hour
Yeah.
session the next day.
So eventually I was just there for support after a
And
while. I was
also,
just like,
it took so long because I was learning how to do that stuff too, because it was Pro Tools, and
he
I
was so amazed by all everything.
and
I
was
was
like,
too.
How do
but-
you? It took a minute. Plus, like, wow, it was just an experience. I love experiences, by
Yeah.
the way.
So it took me a long time, but it was definitely worth it. Like I got a lot of people that's listened to it. Like even today, I woke up this morning and first off, I've had a bunch of people add me on Snapchat. Like
Since
it's
then?
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I wake up to at least 8 new people adding me on Snapchat since I've dropped So Much Shade, which I really appreciate, and it just makes me so happy. But I was just casually scrolling through people's Snapchat stories, and I saw 4 people that I didn't even know just listening to it, casually in their cars, dancing to it, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's a really dope feeling.
It's
So
hella fun, right?
yeah, I feel like even though it took, because I've been wanting to do this since I was 16, and that's the last song we dropped was IDK, and now I'm 18, so 2 years later, now I'm back on the scene, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was definitely worth the wait, and I feel like it was the right time. God definitely knew what he was doing, so. Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. That's really good to hear. Can we expect a video for that song?
Yes.
This weekend.
We
Oh, you
are
said that. You said that. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we are actually gonna possibly shoot a video for it during fall break. So, yeah, it's gonna
Shout
be
out Craig
interesting.
Richard.
Shout out Craig, definitely.
That's what's
it's
up.
gonna be it's gonna be tough.
That's cool. I kind of wanted to get into videos because I've noticed that PM, especially, like you're very prolific on YouTube and with the videos and stuff. And I've noticed you have these 3 rhythm and flow auditions just in the last day or so.
Yeah, and
Just
then
kinda
another little update.
Yeah. So we have those, and then you have the music video for Moving Fast and I Don't Mind It, the Rapping Too Much video. Just kind of like what goes into making videos for you?
Yo, well, I originally before even when I was like young,
Mhm.
like 10 when I started learning how to rap, I wanted to make YouTube videos and stuff. Worst idea. I was really into it. Like when I do something, I do it.
Yeah.
Like I put my heart into it. Like when I was 4 years old, I got into my parents put me in gymnastics, right? I didn't stop until 6 years later, and I was 10.
Mhm.
That was like a thing. And then 6 years old, I did soccer. I didn't stop until like last year.
Mhm.
You feel me? That's a lot of years.
Yeah.
And then like over half my life, and then so when I do something, I stick to it. And that YouTube thing, I was actually I was buying equipment for this stuff when I was young, working at my grandparents' trophy shop,
Mhm.
just so I could afford it. That's what. Do you know my grandparents had a trophy shop?
Yeah, you told
Yeah.
me before. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I used to work there just so I could afford money to buy my first like equipment for music too.
Yeah.
Like everything. Shout out to my grandparents. They're hella dope. All my grandparents. Shout out my family. And basically, I wanted to do that. So that's why my videos came into influence there. And when I met Craig, like somebody else who could do more video stuff,
Yeah.
I was like, dang, bro, let's work. And so videos are really an important aspect of things that we do. And even Craig is like improving every single day. We're getting new ideas for like videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then after winter break, I'm gonna actually start putting more YouTube videos on my channel, like more vlogs and stuff that I used to do and
Right.
everything. It's kind of showing like the come up, I guess, because everybody has their time, and like to become famous, like you have a chance, and I just want to be ready for it. So I want to have a lot of different diverse things about me, versatility.
Right.
I feel like videos and stuff like that are one important aspect to help me achieve that goal and seize the opportunity. Yeah, including that rhythm and flow. Like that was like I saw on Chance the Rapper's Instagram, he like put something out about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, dude, let's make some videos. I called up Craig. I was like, bro, let's. I really want to audition for this. I got the ideas of what I want to do. Let's make some videos this weekend, and I'll put them out ASAP. He's like, all right, bro, let's do it. And then I realized it was due like on the 15th of November. I'm like, wait, that's in 2 days. And so I was like, dang, never mind. I gotta do this right now. So I just
Yeah.
put some stuff together and just spit pretty much on it, and then. Yeah, so that's where those videos came out with specifically, but that's why I make videos, and that's why I think videos are important
Yeah.
as well, and doing that stuff.
What do you write? What's your writing process like?
Oh,
Do you sometimes people write first and then like kind of craft around that? You're a producer, so you can craft around
yeah,
lyrics, or do you usually just?
it's always the beat first for me.
Yeah.
I never write anything without a beat. Why? I don't know. Just I like to hear the music before I put words to it. But sometimes I have an idea of what I'm going for, and stuff like that. Actually, like a lot of times that happens at the same time. Like 808 Facades, I was hella sad that entire tape. Like that was me writing as I was making the beat. Every single I added like 8 more bars, and I wrote 8 more bars to it, and it's just like that happened. That whole tape is chronological, like
Yeah.
from the beginning to the end. Like it literally tells a story of like what I was going through at the time, like with my relationship and everything like that, and that's basically what it tells a story about that. And so that like some stuff, like me personally, I use music to heal,
To cope, yeah.
to cope.
I was
Like,
just about to say that.
and I found that out. I found that out with when my friend Uzi passed away. Like I made a song about it, and like his family found it and all that, and like it helped them cope with it too. But it was mostly just like I made it because like I needed to stop crying.
Yeah.
I needed to get it out of me,
It's
you know.
cathartic. It's a release.
Yeah, and then that whole 808 Facades literally like that helped me get through the beginning parts of college, because it wasn't completely easy. Like obviously like I was cool like being away from certain stuff, but then like it was just I was really me by myself, so I had to deal with myself more than I ever had to before, and like I just felt unimportant to other people and stuff like that. So that's why that came about. And so that's what my writing process was with that, was just all at the same time. Other times I just make a dope beat and just put like lyrics on it, like
whatever you feel.
that are sick, like punchlines and stuff like that. So that's the writing process.
How long did it take to make 808s and Facades?
Yo, 2 weeks and then another like 2 weeks.
Yeah. So
A
4
lot of
weeks.
shit happened.
2 weeks and then another 2 weeks.
Well, like
28 days.
I like wrote it all. I wrote it all, and then in 2 weeks, and like the next 2 weeks to like record it and mix it, master it. Because I was still learning a lot of stuff then. Like right now, I could pull all that stuff off like way faster.
Yeah.
Like mixing and mastering. Because I was trying new methods that now work, and
Yeah.
I found that out. So that's what usually my writing process is make the beat and then come up with lyrics. This dude actually records little ideas onto his phone, and then a lot of times makes stuff from there.
Yeah. So my process is like, I don't really have like a set in stone. It's just crazy. Like, so I work at 54th Street, like as a busser in Blue Springs. And dang, I just said my entire area.
Dude,
wow. Okay.
They're gonna find you.
His address is Grain Valley.
They're going
my
to
address
find
is
you.
anyway. Yeah. So like, but with the busing at 54th Street, literally, I basically just clean up after people like when they get up and leave. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta stay on the move all the time, and like I'm always humming something. Like I'm always singing something. Like there's always, my mind never turns off. It's crazy. I have a lot of dreams, by the way. So, but yeah, so like certain words will pop up in like a melodic way. And I'll be like, yo. So I'll go in the bathroom real quick and I'll record that. Or, or like a tune will pop up in my head and I'll boom, do that. Or like a topic. Like even like, it's just, I just get ideas from anything.
Yeah.
Like we could be talking right now and somebody could say something. I'll be like, yo, that'll be a dope title for a song. And I'll just.
Yeah, he said that multiple times.
Yeah, and I'll just put it in my notes. And it's, but I never had the ability to bring it to life. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know how to produce.
I've seen you start, now that you're learning it, like I see you, like you're figuring out a way to like just make that happen. Like you're gonna be a monster, bro. Like you're gonna.
And like now that so I bought this thing called a Novation launch key, and this thing has done wonders for me. Like it took my producing from like here to here, like in a matter of $130.
How so?
So crazy. So basically, it's a MIDI keyboard, right?
Oh,
but it also has a drum, like
the 4 or 6.
Mine has 16, so it's 8 across and 8
Oh.
across here. Yeah, and it works well with Ableton Live, but it also works good with FL Studio. And it has like pitch and modulation, and I can change the tracks and the metronome and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So like any idea that I have, I can. Oh, and I also have this thing called it's a tuner on my phone. So like I'll sing whatever note that I want it, and it'll tell me. So then I'll know what chords, because I'm in fundamentals of music and I suck at it, so I don't know any music theory. So I do everything by ear.
Yeah.
So and I'll just do it in that, and then I'll play the tune that I want. And then like the thing about recording is, since my mind is always moving, like well not moving, but like it's just always doing stuff. I have to hurry up and get it in the moment, because I'll forget it and move on to the next thing and never be able to come back to the idea. It doesn't matter how dope or catchy it was. I'll forget it and move on to another thing. So I have to record it in that moment. I have to do it right then and there.
You have to document.
Wait. Yes, I can't wait at all, because it'll be another thing coming and that'll be long forgotten, and I'll be upset. It's happened to me before.
Mm-hmm.
So but with writing, the very moment the melody comes and all that other stuff, and I bring it to life, or Parker presents me with a beat, the easiest thing for me is the hook. The hook comes to me with like in a matter of seconds. Like I already know what it's gonna be about.
That's usually the hardest to write for some people.
Yeah, the hook is easy. Yeah, I'm the opposite. The verses are hardest to write for me, because it's so much like that can go into the verse. And the way I see it, like verses, nobody gets the verses before they get the hook. Like if your hook is really catchy, that's the first thing people's gonna know. So like they'll go on Snapchat and listen to your song, or like do a video to your song, and during the verse they'll just be like, but the very moment that hook comes, they really into it, and like they know it. You know what I'm saying?
So much shit.
Yeah, like so the verses I feel is just like the bridge to get to the hook. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what a bridge is for.
Yeah, I mean but
That's a neck.
Well, the bridge is at the end of the song. Well, mostly it's like the bridge gets it, but
We're talking about like
I see that the verses are just like a fill-in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So since I see it like that, but I also want to put meaning into it, and it's just hard sometimes. But with So Much Shade, the second verse was a lot easier to write than the first one.
It's also shorter.
Yeah, it was shorter, but it was a lot easier to write
Yeah.
than the first verse of So Much Shade. Because the first verse of So Much Shade, I was just like coming from like a generic standpoint of. So, okay, for those who don't know, So Much Shade is about a guy who was talking to this girl, whatever, and they broke up or stopped talking or whatever. And then he, finds out that she's talking bad about his name, like doing all this, scandalous stuff and basically lying on him. Like, you was not saying this when we was together or when we was talking. And now that I don't want to be with you no more, like, I don't want to talk to you no more. Now all of a sudden I did this and I did that and I'm this and I'm that, but you was just calling me great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. And the first verse was a little harder to write because I was just coming from like a generic standpoint. Plus the first verse is longer. But so what happened was the song was almost finished. I didn't have the second verse yet. And I sent it to my girl because I was like, tell me what you think about this. And then me and her, of course, have talked and have conversations and stuff about like our past and everything. And she was just like, is this about so-and-so? And then it clicked. I was like, I've been in this situation before. What am I doing? And I was like, no, it wasn't. But now it's gonna be.
Right.
And so, yeah, the second verse, after that, I was like, okay, I got to go. Because, again, like, when stuff started generating, I got to do it right then and there. So I was like, okay, I'll call you back. I got to go. She was like, okay, whatever. So then that's when I just did it. And the second verse, I think, is way better than the first verse, just in my opinion. But I love the song as a whole. So that's how my writing process goes.
Yeah. Shout out girlfriends one time.
Yeah. shout out to the good girlfriends. I love you.
So I appreciate all your songs have a story. All your singles and albums and everything has a story. A lot of people just talk about how, like, I don't know, how they kind of make stuff up, like it's fake. Like you didn't know, like you said it was coming from a general standpoint, but then you realize that I'm actually not, like, the reason I can do this is because I know this.
Yeah.
So we had someone on earlier, Reese.
Right.
How did what was it called?
My Zone?
In my zone. In my zone.
Okay,
my
okay.
zone.
So
Were
My
Pizza Rolls
Zone-
involved in that one?
no, Pizza Rolls not involved in my song.
I love
My
Pizza
zone
Rolls.
happened. We were it was a bunch of us in the room. First off, like it was more than just me, Parker, and Reese.
I don't remember.
We had like, it was like Haddad. Oh wait, I probably shouldn't be saying names. It was some girls in there. It was some other ones, our homies in there, and basically, Parker was just like, "Yo, let's do a song." We're like, "All right, bet."
Oh, no, I made a beat right there.
Yeah,
Dun, dun, dun.
Now, is this
And
in, like,
then-
your dorm room?
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
all this
everything
stuff
we do
happens.
is in our
Yeah.
dorm room.
Everybody's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
in our dorm room too.
A lot of people
Shout
are
out
in
to
our dorm
everybody,
rooms, like-
but
And the crazy
It's
part about
cool.
making music in our
I
dorm
made a
room
fort in
is
there.
that people will walk by our rooms because we had the doors open because we want people to listen.
Yeah.
People will walk by and like bop their heads, but they'll never know that it's even us.
It's also
Like,
like close to like where
Yeah,
shit's happening.
definitely on the
like,
ground
Like
floor.
you guys have
We
been,
are
you
by
guys
the
definitely
kitchen.
you
Yeah.
benefit from that
man,
for sure.
everybody already knows,
We're
bro.
by the kitchen, we're by the laundry room, we're by everything. So you gonna hear our music
The
if you trying to
exit,
get your
the
clothes
entrance.
washed. Yeah, like,
Sorry to the people who just moved in, like right
Yeah.
across from the hall, because we were hella isolated. But now, like, she told me
Exactly.
once, like, she heard my music, like,
And if you ain't
in the
heard our
night.
music, that means you ain't washed your clothes, and that means you dirty.
yeah, wash your clothes. What the heck?
So yeah, but My Zone came about. We was all chilling. He was like, "Yo, let's make a song," and I was like, "All right, bet." So I'm the first one on the hook because I got the first idea, like the first melody.
Well,
'cause
make the beat
they
first.
Well, yeah, you make the beat first, of course, and then the hook came, and then that's when Parker hopped on. Like, so I got half the hook, and then Parker and Reese got half of the hook.
Yeah.
So like, it makes the full.
Yeah.
So I got 50, he got 25, and then Reese got 25.
Hey, math major.
But yeah,
Just
no,
kidding.
definitely not. So yeah, that's definitely how that came about, and it turned out so dope. Like, yeah, it turned out so
It was
nice.
fun. It was just
Yeah,
a goofy
it was
song.
really fun. So
That one was just like a completely having fun with your friends at that point, with new friends and
Yeah.
stuff. So the story that told was just
and it was so spirited.
just
and
have fun, you know?
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
it definitely
let
made
our feelings
memories because that's the first thing that we ever did with
with
Reese. Yeah, and most of Reese's music is like really chill.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
My Zone is upbeat and stuff. So I was really interested
Yeah,
to
he
see
was
how
a little out of
how
his
he was
element.
going. Yeah, I was going to really see how he was going to come with that.
Oh,
And
whipping glass
and Reese
smashing.
sings and raps. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
he got me, and then he got Parker
Me so happy.
that raps,
me
and
so
then
happy.
I sing. So yeah, I was definitely interested to see how he was going to come, but he definitely came with it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Shout out Reese. He's dope.
Yeah, shout out Reese.
Yeah.
Dreams out now.
Dreams
Go
I
check it
know.
out.
Yeah.
I hate that I hate you. I just want to love you. That's nice.
I can tell you guys really like what you make. You don't just kind of make stuff and forget about it. You like, cause you're singing each other's songs all the time,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what's up. I don't see a lot of that either. Like
Yeah, you definitely got to spread
It's
love,
genuine-
man.
yeah, it's
Like,
genuine
yeah,
love.
yeah, it's definitely genuine because like it's too many of us trying to make it for us to be going at odds against each other.
Everyone wants to be a
You know
rapper.
what I'm saying? Yeah, like everybody has to, like, and especially in the industry, which I'm not in, but I've heard through other people that like it's really cutthroat and like
Yeah.
you gotta watch your friends and stuff. Like especially when you make it and start meeting new friends, like those are the potential fake people. So I want to keep all the real people that see me like in my dorm room eating pizza rolls before we start.
Pizza rolls.
Going out eating fondue and got our own boats and stuff. Like so
Yachts.
just have people that you can trust and just support everybody, man. Like especially local artists and just people who are like you in general
Right.
that's doing
Shout
what
out
you
local
do and wanting
artists.
to be creative.
Yeah, that was sorry. Go
Well,
ahead.
that's something you're on with the Kansas City thing, right?
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
a point that we made to an artist from Kansas City called Southside Dame. He's from
Southside Dame.
He's from Southside Kansas City.
Yeah.
I asked him.
The greatest flex you'll see.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
just seen that.
Yeah.
Shout out Southside Dame on PM. What's up?
I asked him a question because we had a first interview. He said that Kansas City doesn't really show love to each other, and I've kind of noticed that. They're all too busy competing,
yeah.
reaching for a spot,
Mm-hmm.
and he said that it's better to work for yourself, and then kind of open the door for people
Right.
rather than like building a ladder to get there.
Mhm.
Well,
I always thought building a ladder to get there would be better.
you know what? I've had Kansas City artists kind of use me, and then like they go become more successful than me
yeah.
and stuff like that. I don't even know.
You got names?
No, I don't. I don't even know. I don't even know Kansas City music per se. Like
Yeah.
I mean, there's like Instagram profiles I see all these people rapping and stuff. I'm like, yo, who are you? Like, I've never seen you before, and like, why haven't I seen you before? Not like, I'm not saying that like, well, why aren't you famous or anything like that. I'm saying why is there not a community like
Exactly.
that we've been spreading this up? Because obviously I'm in the music, like I make music in that city, right? That's my
Right.
city.
Yeah.
I grew up there. So, and if that's what I do, like that's literally my passion, that's why I live, that's like a part of my soul, then like why haven't I been able to meet these people or contact them? Like, because it's, if we have the same passion, then it's
Yeah,
like it's so maybe it's a culture thing, but also I never even knew there was Kansas City music when I started doing it. So that's also another thing. Like, my culture is before the grapevine, pretty much. My culture is state of intellect. My culture is PmBata. I have no contact to anybody else. These like people in Kansas City literally wouldn't know of me, and then they probably wouldn't even fuck with my music either, cause I don't know, like I don't even know Kansas City music per se.
Yeah.
So it's hard to deal with that. So I've just been growing my own stuff.
Plus, like, music is fun. You know what I'm saying? Well,
It is. How
to
you
me
trying
at
to
least,
compete, like fight
how
with
you
it?
gonna sit up, like, try to do music by yourself, like, all secluded, like,
Right.
Plus,
I
remember,
don't know. You're supposed to just have,
Hell yeah, you remember what we said about the different hip hop and
Yeah.
stuff? Like, obviously, like,
It's so
we're
much
doing
more
different
fun
things.
to collab with other people and get other ideas from
So
people.
much more
Like,
fun.
Yeah.
It's so much more fun that way. Like with my zone, we was just like, let's do a song.
Let's have fun. That's what it was.
I was like, okay,
let's
let's
have
do
fun.
it.
let's use this as energy we
Yeah.
have right now. Let's put
Yeah.
something in it.
And you guys don't get tripped up in like money or anything?
Tripped up, bro. I'm broke as hell. Is that what you're saying?
I
Like,
have
is that hard?
$11 in my account.
I
right
have
now. There is no
literally-
cash.
I literally have. Oh, bro, you broke as hell. I got
11.
41.
Well, I got 2 accounts. I didn't want to name the
Oh,
other one, just my brokest one.
My other account got
Yeah.
25. So wait. I have $66, bro. Bro, I'm rich as. I don't even have it. Bro, it's college, bro. I don't even know how. I don't even have time.
But
to
definitely,
work and
like,
stuff
when we
that.
start making money, me and Parker
Like with
have
music?
with
Yeah.
music. Me and Parker, we just have each other's man to man. We're like,
We got each other's
Yeah.
backs, bro.
I
We're
definitely
brothers.
trust him.
He's
You know
my
what I'm
best
saying?
friend right now, by the way,
Yeah,
guys.
like,
So
There's
not like right now. I mean,
there's
like,
no
it's gonna
doubt.
change, but shit.
There's definitely no doubt that we're gonna knock on wood that
Yeah.
something's gonna go left the very moment one of us start getting recognition.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
Now
fair.
other people I can't trust that
I
much,
can't-
but
no,
him I
I've
definitely know
actually-
I can. Yeah.
Nah. Mm-mm.
Because we
I've
came
dealt
from
with
the
that
same
before.
struggle, so he would understand. And I just know him as a person. Him having so much humility and him being reasonable and him understanding.
Right.
That's something that I definitely can trust. And you can't say that about everybody.
So for you
At all.
guys, it's more about like the people you can trust and like your
Yeah.
homies you'll bring up, but not like the city.
It's about who you know,
Right.
not necessarily what
yeah.
you know. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I love my city, by the way.
Yeah.
I mess with that city heavy.
Definitely
I've never even known.
like Kansas City, but
I didn't even know there was Kansas City, like hip hop, bro. I literally did
just got in
until a
this, so.
profile followed me called Casey Artist or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
shout out that profile though, but like, it's just. Why is it different in other places like Chicago and
No,
New-
no.
like,
Well,
are they
well,
more connected?
an example I gave was like Chicago. Like you see Saba, you see No Name, you see Chance, you see McJenkins, you see Vic.
Oh,
Mensa,
so like famous
and
people
they're all,
from there.
but they're all coming together because they weren't.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't famous. They weren't born famous.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
And like Florida, they all compete with each other. I think Atlanta helps each other.
Well, you know what? You want to know what's about to happen though? Are you quoting me on this?
Yeah.
Are you typing this?
Yeah.
We before the grapevine. That's what's gonna put Kansas City back on the map again. We're past the
I've
Tech
been
Nine.
looking. I've been looking
Tech
for.
Nine era.
I've had this idea. I'll talk to you guys after. Never
Okay.
mind.
Facts.
Bet, bro. But like, no, that's you could write this down. Quote me on that before the grapevine. It's then in this college podcast, bro.
Bet on it.
Bet on it. Like, you play this shit on Breakfast Club and stuff like that. You
Especially
can
when
quote
I
me.
start producing. Like, I'm telling you, when I get to the point where I can do what he can do now,
Yeah.
before the great, bro, that's, hey. That's going to be something
Why y'all
lethal.
hyping me?
That's going to be something lethal, bro.
Bro, I'm making a song right now after this. Oh my gosh.
Definitely.
Anyways, sorry, I'm so hyped.
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
speaking of
You're
that,
good.
I'm already working on it. We're already working on, well, I'm working on my second
What's
one.
Oh yeah.
Those were the days.
Bro,
It's
I
gonna
mean,
be something
literally, I
special.
make a beat like 3 beats a day or 2 beats a day, and
Yeah.
I make so much music, and then don't touch it. You know, On the Floor, I just released. I made that in 1 day,
Yeah,
completely,
in a full day.
and then I just put it out immediately because I'm like, you know what, I'm feeling something right now. Let me make something out of it, and I posted it. It wasn't like a planned thing because we got other songs that we haven't released yet. Where She Go, and then
Yeah.
another one called
Another
something
one.
else.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then, and then
That's a fun one, though.
Oh, that's the best song I've literally ever produced, mixed,
go.
mastered.
That
written.
might be the one.
Oh my
we
God.
We just gonna leave that.
We
there.
gotta wait till summer though.
Yeah, we do.
It's too
So,
cold for that right now.
It's way too cold.
It's way oh yeah, you don't even know what we talking about.
That's
No,
how
we
know.
don't.
Just wait, bro.
It's an insider. Just know it's a summer jam, and we can't
yeah,
release
y'all
summer
not
jams
gonna
in the
y'all,
winter.
y'all not gonna know how to act, bro.
Yeah. Think so? It's gonna be like that.
Yeah,
All
y'all
right.
not gonna know how to act at all.
That's a claim.
All right. Let's kind of switch gears.
right.
So something we usually do with our guests that we have is we ask your Mount Rushmore of hip hop. So like your 4 biggest influencers, your 4 favorites.
Oh,
So, we can start with you, Richard. Go ahead.
okay. First off, shouts out Chris Brown. First thing, Bryson Tiller. Second thing, let's see. Man, it is so many, and I'm trying to put them all in this box, and it's crazy.
I wonder who I
Okay.
knew those 2. I wonder who you're gonna say next.
Bryson Tiller, Chris Brown,
Would you say MJ for music? What do you think?
Michael Jackson.
That's like dancing and stuff. and,
Yeah,
like,
that's more. Plus, I didn't grow up in a Michael Jackson era. I grew up in Chris Brown.
You did.
You know what I'm saying? So there's that.
You got a fat ass
Um,
poster of him though.
Alec Benjamin. I don't
Oh,
know
that's
if
his new
y'all
one right
heard
now.
of Alec Benjamin, but the man is tough. Like his ability to write songs, it's crazy.
I
and,
haven't
like,
heard of him. Is he a singer?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
he's a singer, and his beats aren't like super crazy. Like
Mhm.
they're literally like
It's
Just-
minimal.
acoustic. Yeah,
Yeah.
but-
He lets himself like
yeah.
shine.
He lets his vocals.
Is he even hip hop? He's not even.
No, he's not.
He's not.
But he lets. I think it's more pop.
yeah.
He lets his words and his voice paint a picture in your head, and that's what I'm working on with my second. He inspired me to do that with this second song that I'm working on right now. So, yeah, I would say A Boogie as well. So
Dead
what's
ass?
that? That's for A Boogie's tough. A Boogie's tough.
Hell yeah, I didn't know.
So
he-
Chris Brown, Bryson Tiller, Chris
Tiller.
Brown, Bryson Tiller, Alec Benjamin, which I don't really think he counts. Eric Bellinger. Oh, you got to put him in there too.
Eric Bellinger.
Eric Bellinger is
You should know
tough, bro.
by now, by now.
Eric Bellinger, definitely.
Know by
He's one as well.
You
Alright.
mentioned Chris Brown a lot, and this is a topic
Yeah.
that we've had with Reese about like, and you saw the Reese videos about X. Like, what would
Mhm.
you? How are you able to live with not live with the fact like whatever?
Well, like
but-
separate the artist from the art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So with that, when I hear music, it's like that's something that you can, cause that's something that you can separate. You know what I'm saying? But people have a hard time doing that. Like that's why artists have alter egos. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's not really them. That's just the them of what they're feeling at the moment.
Who's
you know,
your
like
alter ego?
Beyonce got. I don't have an alter ego anymore.
Oh, you took that
I
away?
I was trying to make one. You know
I
what I'm
told you
saying?
that was a dumbass
Just in
idea.
case, cause I mean I'm a singer, you know,
Yeah.
but I understand, you know, some people are just gonna hate, and some people are gonna like, and I'm all about spreading positivity and love, and some people are gonna hate, but I'm like, okay, but what happens when it comes to a time where I get fed up with it and I want to respond to it? That's not me. You know what I'm saying? So that has to be somebody else. I was thinking of that.
I think you
but
should own that though, because that's
yeah.
all you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. So
That's why
everything,
I say
I should make everything me. So
Rich Fish.
that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I found my fourth one. Since
You said 5.
Since Alec Benjamin doesn't count, I'm
This
gonna
is
say
6.
Russ. A lot of people don't like Russ either,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
that man,
no.
hey,
That's a
Yo.
controversial one.
that's
Well,
definitely a controversial
listen,
one.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
I
Russ
put this man on Russ,
is
and then I was like, yo, you gotta listen to
nice.
this when it was
You
what
put
was
me
it?
on, bro.
I put you on Russ. You remember
When?
that song I sent you? What was it? It's
Was
the
it
one with the music.
Goodbye?
No. Way before that. It was way before that. It starts
What
with a
they
double.
want.
What they want. What they
No,
want.
Goodbye came out before What They
No,
Want.
shut up, bro. I showed you what they want. You're like, oh my
Goodbye
god, this
came
is
out.
dope. I was like, bro, this guy makes all his own stuff. I swear, I put you on Russ.
Probably. I don't know.
I put him
Forget
on
it.
Russ.
We're not
But
gonna
then-
argue on an interview.
Yeah. Then I saw on like an interview with him, and I was like, dang, this dude's being arrogant as hell. Like,
So
why you so
separating
rude?
Chris Brown, the person, from Chris Brown,
Yeah.
the artist, is when you listen to music, it's all about the vibe that you get in that moment. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's all about the vibe that you get in that time.
Mm.
Chris Brown's music and his ability to perform and control a crowd is crazy. Regardless of what he does in his personal life,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? His ability to control a crowd and just make you feel, just make you forget about everything in that time, like with his dancing, with his singing, how like, and I've never been to one of his concerts, unfortunately. I would really love to go, but I've never been.
Yeah.
But I've definitely watched plenty of videos of him dancing, plenty of videos of his live shows, and just like the way like the lights is going off, you know, and he like throwing money in the crowd and everything. Like it's getting you hype. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was definitely upset, you know, when he did that thing that he did when he was like 18 or something, you know.
Yeah.
But he's like 29 now. You know what I'm saying? So like when do you if you want to talk about Chris Brown the person, let's do that. When do you forgive somebody of something, you know, that they've done? Like how long are you gonna hold something over somebody's head? Like everybody's human, and no, that doesn't justify that what he did was wrong. But you know, that's why I was glad when he came out with that documentary, because that humanized Chris Brown a little bit. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't Chris Brown the superstar. That was Christopher Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Him as the person. And I was So I was always able to separate that. And I just have like an open mind to people that make mistakes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like not everything somebody says you're gonna agree with. Not everything somebody does that you're gonna agree with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we're all human, so we all have some sort of commonality, either way it goes.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So-
I'm just always curious on people's
Yeah.
takes on that, because like I'm a
Mhm.
big Kanye West fan, and he's just been, you know,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like,
but that don't make you not like Kanye West's music.
no,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
he
It
still
doesn't
made-
make
he still
music is
made
a
all
completely different thing.
7 albums before.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
What about you?
Well, my Mount Rushmore. Is that
Yep.
what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. yeah.
So
Start
I was
there.
just looking at it. I wasn't being rude on my phone or anything.
No,
I was,
you're
I
good,
was,
man.
I was trying to find. So basically, first I'm gonna say Mac Miller, because he was the one like inspired me to do all this stuff.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Mac. Yeah, I would say Mac Miller. And then I didn't listen to his music a whole bunch like afterwards, like occasionally. But then I remember in high school I discovered Chance the Rapper, and I was like, Chance the Rapper, bro, he was insane. It was like so different too. At the time, it was so different. I definitely know he inspired so many people with that, like influenced so many artists.
What was the first thing you heard? Was it acid rap?
Acid rap,
Yeah.
that's what I heard. I wasn't on with Tinde. Then I heard Tinde right after acid rap. So I wasn't like not listening to his old music.
Mm-hmm.
That inspired me so much. And then I also want to say there's like 3 other ones kind of.
Well, Richard gave like 30, so
He
you
did. He gave a billion. What the heck?
okay,
So we'll
My
give some.
final-
We'll give,
Oh,
my
it's
final
final. It's
4.
definitive right here.
This is final.
Okay.
Chris Brown, Bryson Tiller, Eric Bellinger, and Russ.
Great, concise. And then I would say
Alright.
Black Bear. I would have to say Black Bear because I just love the fact that he produces his own stuff. He was like a producer before it, and like I just dig like his sound and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and like his like how he messes with pitch and stuff like that, or the format or form. I don't know how to even pronounce that, but messes with that and all that. So what? That was 3 right there, right?
Yep.
yeah.
All right, and then the last one, I would want to say that kind of helped me like with my style and who I can listen to mostly, and all that like consistently. I would have to shout out G-Eazy on that one. I mess with G-Eazy like his like the flows that he was giving, and
He has
especially
cadences and
yeah, like it's because it's so like it's kind of simple
Yeah.
in a sense, and like I like the stuff that he put out before. like Lady Killer and stuff like that when his voice was hella nasally and stuff like that. I like it because of just like how simple he is and like the fact that he can say stuff without concentrating too much on like the flow of it necessarily. You know, it's like he's not much of like a crazy rhythm type of guy or crazy like messing with pitch or like messing with his voice. He just says things, you know what I mean? Kind of like he's talking through his rapping, but like also saying things at the same time. And that's why I mess with G-Eazy in that sense, you know what I mean? So I really dig that. And that's kind of like something I've been trying to do is like sometimes I get too focused on like the rhythms and like making it chop or something like that or making the pitch go do one certain thing. I need to speak, you know, while I'm doing this stuff. And other artists can do both. But like I like G-Eazy because it's mostly just that. Like it just helped me with the saying stuff while I was writing. So those are my 4. I'd have to say.
What's up?
That's hard.
No one said that. No one said any of those, I don't think.
No, that's like a completely new one.
Childish Gambino though too.
Oh,
He's a jack of all trades. He's on mine, probably.
Yeah, I have to shout out Childish Gambino because he's literally inspired me in so many
He's a
ways.
renaissance man, dude.
Renaissance, bro. Shoot, dude. Childish Gambino. Obviously, I can't not say Childish Gambino, but him too. That's on my Mount Rushmore if there were 5.
All 5 of them.
All 5 on my Mount Rushmore.
there we go. Nick, how much time we have left?
No, I think we should. Cool. I was about to.
Hour
Okay.
10, that's
We got like
crazy.
a final topic coming up then.
Yeah. So like, what's next for you guys? Like
What's next?
What's in the future? What's a goal that you guys have? Like for real? Like is it just blowing up and making a living off your passion, or is it
A
like
for real goal that
is
I
it like Sprint Center? Is
LA,
it
bro.
LA? To move there, live there?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as possible, as soon as we can afford it,
I feel you.
as soon as we can have a big enough following to go there and make it happen. Because then after that, things can pop off exponentially. I feel that.
A for real goal for me is I want to get to a point in my life where I can live comfortably making music, you know, but also trying my best. So like, if I'm doing music for my entire life and the best song that I had was number 4 on the Billboard chart, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying?
That's your definition of living comfortably.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's number
Like,
4.
Number 4,
I mean,
bro.
not even that.
That's crazy.
Like-
That's like
Shoot for the stars, though, right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like, but just living comfortably doing music. Like, if I'm doing the best that I can with my music and I'm trying my best and I'm, you know, grinding at it hard and I'm only bringing home about $200K, I'm fine with that. Like, I don't need the $1 million mansion. That now, I'm not gonna lie, that stuff would be really, really nice.
just save, bro. You could get $1 million mansion in a couple of years.
That would be really nice. But I just want to be able to live my life doing something that I love. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that's the difference between living and surviving. Like, there's people out here all day, like especially adults that just work jobs that they hate, but just because, you know, the benefits are well, you know what I'm saying? And they're working under people that they don't like. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing a job that they don't like, but they're doing it because they got kids to feed, you know, and they got things that need to be taken care of. That's not living to me. Like that's surviving. Like you're trying to survive life instead of live life. You know what I'm saying? And I want to live life. So I want to do what I love, and I just want to live comfortably doing this. So, yeah.
Yeah, and also if you're talking about, like, what's next short term in the future, bro.
Yeah.
After this, going to the dorm, making a song.
Yeah.
Boom. That's one.
And I'm trying to get to producer status where I can make my own stuff, or at least, you know, be in a position where I can, you know, learn, which I am.
Yeah.
So that's
This
good.
break,
Yeah.
On the Floor music video.
So much shade.
So much
possibly,
shade music video. Oh, I got another music video coming out for Someone Save Me. Not produced by Craig, though. What else? Oh, hopefully.
We're gonna have to release Where She Go,
Bro,
so we get the cover art for that.
Hopefully Rhythm and
Since we
Flow lets me
basically leaked
audition
it
for
on
that. Netflix, bro. Oh my god. I think those 3 videos are not horrible. Like I think I can.
Well, that's good.
That's a good bar. That's a good bar to set.
What?
Not horrible.
Not horrible. Like I think I could get an audition from
Like
that.
that's not an insult.
Yeah, well, not horrible.
I
Yeah.
appreciate when people say
I'm
it's
not gonna be
bad.
like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like they're insane and amazing. I literally made those videos in like 2 hours because I realized I need to put something out right now. It's
Right.
due. It's
Yeah,
due
yeah,
tomorrow. What am I gonna do? So that's what I did. Hopefully I get on an audition on that. That'd be insane, bro. I'll let you know if it happens. Probably won't. Optimism. It's great,
Yeah.
bro. We got Where She Go coming out.
Yeah.
We got
Now.
all our other now. Yeah, we got other stuff.
Yeah.
I can't say. Man, that one's too good. I can't.
No.
We got another song, dude.
We got,
Summer. Yeah, dude.
that video's gonna be so good.
Dude, literally, we make so much music.
We do so
Yeah.
much.
We
stuff.
do so much. Don't even release it. And then when I do release it, Man, my problem is
Like,
we need.
it's a problem, but it's a good problem to
Well,
have.
it's
you know
not
what
even
I'm
just
saying?
like
Sure,
that.
yeah.
It's because like
Yeah.
we make so much, but like nobody sees it. Cause we literally are not. We're not famous, bro.
Yeah, why not?
I like to
So-
pretend I am and get that mindset like for beneficial reasons.
Yeah.
But we are not famous. I'm not gonna act like I am something I'm not because I'm gonna I could pretend like it to myself
Right.
when I make my
But
music and
in the
stuff. But in reality,
Yeah.
we literally aren't famous. I have 1,100 followers on my Instagram. Like
And I don't even have 500. That's the
he
crazy
doesn't
part.
even.
Well, you're YouTube famous, right?
Yeah.
Is that a
pretty-
thing?
Pretty,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Well, that was a prank video, right?
Yeah.
That was a prank video. So
The prank video.
Yeah.
So, but like
But that's
that's
happened
not
to me,
that's
like-
not music though.
Right.
Yeah, it's not music, but that's happened to me 3 times. Like I even had a teacher that was like, "Hey, you're the," and then I had a army veteran that was like, he was like a really old guy. And he like was looking at me like pointing, and I was like, "Yo, what's going on here?" And he was like, "You faked your death," and I was like, "Yeah, that was me."
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but it's not. Yeah,
but like
it's
it's
not music.
thing, dude. Like, that's why when I came here, I'm not gonna. I hate it when people act like there's something they're not. Act like they're better than they are.
Mhm.
Act like when I came here, I said I was a hip hop artist because I'm not gonna say, oh, I just rap. I made a distinction between them because I don't want, because like you can't just compare every subgenre in
Right.
hip hop, you know, like you can't just compare it like that.
Right.
Like it needs to have like, you gotta know I'm not pretending like I'm rich. We're hella broke. He's more broke than me though right now. Which is
Not for long.
not for long. Bro, I'm gonna
I'm
get
gonna
it.
go bust some tables.
Bust him, bro. I'm gonna
Until the
go.
paycheck hits.
Yeah, and then like I'm not gonna pretend like we're famous.
Yeah.
Like act like, oh, we're superstars in here. We have something that we love to do, and we have something starting, and like there's definitely potential there, but like people can be like, wow, this kid has so much potential. You gotta use the potential, and that's what we're in the process of doing right
and I
now.
want to piggyback off that before we leave because
Yeah, go ahead.
guys, I know we definitely got time. Yeah, but like the whole thing about, you know, acting like something that you're not, but still at the same time knowing your potential,
Yeah.
knowing your worth. That's definitely something because I don't even have 500 followers on Instagram yet.
But you know you're worth more than 500.
Yeah, but I know that So Much Shade right now is like 800, and it's been like the 4th day since it's
Has it?
dropped.
Yeah,
About 4 or 5
and that's
days.
your first one you did.
Yeah, and that's my very first single, and it's almost at 1,000, and it's not even a week yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely know that, you know, my following status doesn't reflect how many people actually vibe with me, you know, and how many people are supporting me and like out sharing my music and listening to my music and, you know, dancing and having fun.
Like your
You
worth.
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Your followers don't determine your worth, so
No.
we're not gonna sit here and act like they do.
Right.
And we're like, but we still know that what we make is a part of us,
That's how we know that
and
what
it's
we make
real.
is
It's
legit.
real.
Yeah.
All right.
It's real because like so many people just make stuff and like just because they can, like everybody wants to be a rapper, they just rap because they think it's cool now. But like this is literally a therapy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not gonna say like, oh, like I'm not gonna let like it really what it is it's therapy. Like it's our emotions helping us make music like that, or it's just like our feelings at that time. Like if we're hype, bro, we're gonna make something hype. Like, and it's being able to share that with other people. That's why, at least that's why I make music. Being able to like, cause like sometimes if you're sad, you make something sad, or like helping you through it, it can help somebody else through it.
Yeah.
At the same time, that's something I learned and I didn't even know it.
And being local, and I've only released one song and been on a few features, but it's hard breaking that glass ceiling, like getting
So
people to
hard.
actually listen to your stuff.
Right.
Because if you tell somebody, hey, go to my Instagram and listen to it, and they like,
Right.
okay, this dude only got 200 followers. So
Yeah, and so
whatever he
it's
talking
literally
about
like
Yeah.
can't be legit. And then
Right.
when you actually show it to them and like they listen to it, they're like, y'all made this? This is your voice?
Mm-hmm.
Da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, if you would just take the time to tune in, like it
Right.
would be so many more people
Like,
like
you're on
you.
your phone anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then like I envy this dude because he started, boom, great. When I started, I was young, I was shitty.
Yeah.
And it was and it took years before I actually got good at it. And obviously it was dedication because I love to do it. But the problem with that is when you start with that first impression, that's how people around you are gonna think about you. So you don't get the supporters like that. And you know, shout out all my friends and stuff who listen to my music. But like if I came out of the gates like I am now,
Yeah.
shit would be so much different. Like it would be so much different if I started better. But like at least I was able to learn as I went, and I was able to pass down stuff to
Right.
to Before the Grapevine, my friends. So hopefully,
Yeah, there's
Hey,
value. There's value to
he
that
envies-
too.
there's
Yeah.
definitely.
He envies me, but I envy him because there would not be so much shade if it wasn't a proper PmBata. Like I've said, for one,
Right.
and two, like he can just wake up, make a beat, already know what he's doing, mix it, master it, put it out. Me, I can wake up now, I can make a beat, and I'll be like, okay, how do I make this sound good? How do I record? I still have more questions.
But you got the talent right now when you're starting though. So
I mean,
like that's what helps you on your SoundCloud, bro. You never had to like delete something off of it. You never had a private nothing off of it, bro. Like I've
yeah.
literally my
That's
SoundCloud right now, because I first only started with SoundCloud. You could still listen to
Yeah.
everything on Apple Music, Spotify, and everything. But like my SoundCloud is literally in its like 5th generation. All right, because
Yeah.
everything else I had to wipe it off, restart, wipe it off. Like it's just crazy because I keep improving, but at the same time like I lose like that first impression status. So yeah,
All right.
First ever
Yeah.
music interview. Shout out mom. Shout out dad. Shout out to my family.
Shout out
to
family.
my girlfriend.
shout out BTG.
Shout out BTG. All of that. This is history in the making.
There we
Yeah.
go. And with that, we're
That-
gonna wrap it up. That's PmBata. That's Richard Fisher.
It's
Thank you
PM.
guys for coming on. We'll have
Before the Grapevine.
Yeah, we have Richard's brand new single, "So Much Shade."
Yeah.
New music on
Check
the
it
way
out.
from the both of them and from Before the Grapevine.
Definitely.
I'm Stephen Holstein, Isaiah Killinger. Our producers Colby Moeller, Nick Pretch. Thank you guys for making the magic happen, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Bet.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us. I hope we
what's up,
did
man?
good too.
You get this common misconception that just because you get a lot of retweets and a lot of likes that you own, but that shit really don't matter. I think everybody just kind of has to just realize that when you focus on yourself and just get better, then shit, that's when the success comes. Like maybe you're just not that good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like no disrespect, but
Yeah.
you just gotta